The final matchup on the Saturday slate, though, this feels like the juicy one. We've got Denver at Detroit. We've got one defense in Denver that seem to be improving and building and growing. I know there's some numbers that are perhaps swayed from the beginning of the season. And then you've got the other defense in Detroit that just feels like it's fallen apart at the moment. How are you going to attack this matchup? It feels like some of the numbers, if you look season long, skew things slightly.
Yeah, massively so. And I think the big thing is that people see, okay, the Broncos have allowed the most fantasy points to running backs. But since week 5, the only running back to score over 15 points against them has been Austin Eckler. They've really clamped down on that. They've not been a position which has been fruitful for players to play against. And, fine, if you are happy getting 13 points, 14 points from your running back, that's okay. But we're in the fantasy playoffs now, and getting that from Jahmyr Gibbs or getting that from David Montgomery is not what you want when they've been top 10 running backs this year. So I do think you probably have to start them this week, but I don't think they're the kind of plays that I'd be jamming in DFS, because I think that it could quite easily backfire on you. In terms of the Broncos, Rusty's been a top 18 quarterback in all of the last 7 games. So you can have complete confidence in him here. I don't think that the Lions are doing anything that we should be wary about. They give up the 5th most fantasy points to the position. Week 14 was the first time Javonte Williams scored more than 10 PPR points since week 10, which was good to see. We had that kind of spell where it felt like he was kind of getting back to his old self and then dipped off. But the Lions fail have the 3rd fewest fantasy points to running backs this year. They give up the 2nd fewest yards per game to the position. So I don't think I really want to start Javonte anywhere. I think if you've got Javonte on a roster, you probably know by now that it's a very unpredictable business. But I would be trying not to start him this week. And then, the pass catchers, you can feel good about Cortland Sutton. You can feel good about amon-ra. You can feel good about Sam LaPorta, who's got an excellent matchup against the Broncos defense that allows the 2nd most fantasy points to tight ends. But otherwise, I don't think, you want to be starting Jameson Williams. You definitely don't want to be starting Jerry Jeudy. It seems pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, it feels like a nice condensed potential sort of set of players that you can attack in this one. I have to say, I'll hold my hands up. I feel like I've completely cursed Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I'm the reason he's had back-to-back bad weeks. I put out the tweet 2 weeks ago saying he'd had the longest stretch of 15-plus point games. He then immediately drops a game under 15 points. I then say, oh, it's okay. His streak of 10-plus points is continued going. He then drops an under 10-point game. So that's now out the way. He's going to drop a 30-point game this week and start a new trend. But before we move on to the next one, guys, there's a few people joined in. Harry, thanks for jumping in. Always good to hear you. Nice giveaway. Get yourself entered, Harry.
It is a nice giveaway.
Absolutely. Wonky Penguin, sorry, I can't speak. Absolutely delighted to have you here live. And Cam, newest member, I think he joined yesterday. Absolutely delighted you're loving it, and I'm sure hopefully we can help you win some titles over the next few weeks. If you are here and you're enjoying what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. There is so much more content coming over the next few days.